All right, guys, you got this. Let's go. Gun right, triple E. Close, let's go. On one, on one.
Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and welcome back to another episode of Ask Huddle. If you guys are new to this series, what we do each week is we take your guys' questions in the Madden community and we answer them here in a short video. So if you want a chance for your question to be answered in a future video, wherever you're watching this, just make sure you leave a comment in that comment section below. If you do not see your question in a future video, you can always join our Discord and ask us there by going to huddle.gg/Discord, where we try to answer every question that comes through there. It is completely free to join that Discord. So again, if you do not see your question in a future video, just make sure you join that Discord. But with that being said, let's dive into today's video. And the first question that we have today comes from Atlanta Falcons 427, and they ask, what is the best way to beat flood concepts? Okay, so I'm actually going to show you 3 ways to beat flood concepts. And the first one, we're going to come out if they're trying to run this to the wide side of the field. Okay, so we're going to come out with auto alignment set to base. Auto flip can be on or off. We'll just leave it off for now. We're just going to come out in a cover 4 drop style defense. Okay, now again, this is going to be when they're running flood to the wide side of the field. Now, a flood concept is just simply streak, corner, and a flat. Some people will run a deep out route instead of a corner, but the thing you will see more often than not is going to be the corner route. So this to the right side of the field is what a flood concept is. And again, on defense, if they're running it to the wide side of the field, we just have to come out in a cover 4 drop, base align, and press. You can shade down to create a hard flat if you want to take away that flat route to the tight end even more. But that's really all we have to do if it's to the wide side of the field. So what you're going to see now is when they go to throw this, our outside corner is going to be in good position to make a play on that ball. Obviously, we could click onto that and make a pick if we would like, but you're going to see that because of this baseline press with this alignment, you're going to see that he is going to be in a really good position for this corner route here, breaking to the outside. And obviously you can see there that is the throw that they do not want to make time and time again. Now, the second way that we are going to stop this is if they're trying to run it to the short side of the field. Okay, so if they're trying to run that same concept to the short side of the field over here, really all you need to do is Mabel that side. Okay, so Mabel's going to be having 2 flats at different depths to that side of the field. And I do like to have that outside corner backed off. So you can either come out in a cover 4 shell, you can still come out base aligned. We would not want to press in this situation. And what we want to do is we want to put that outside corner on a cloud flat. And again, you can adjust the depth in your coaching adjustments if you want, where you can put them to 25 or 30 yards. Just to be at a very specific depth. But here we're just going to put that guy on a cloud. We're going to put the slot on a hard flat, and then you would want to probably put your safety on a deep half just in case they're not running the concept that we think. But you're going to see that a backed off cloud flat here from this outside corner is going to do a good job if they're trying to run this to the short side of the field. Right, so you can see there, if they're trying to run that to the short side and they go to throw that, our corner is in perfect position to make a play on that ball. It is pretty important that he is backed off, because if you press here, he will not get back to his spot before the corner route will, and they'll be able to throw it over his head. But you can see how if he is starting in that backed off alignment, just a normal cloud flat is going to be a really good zone here to stop this corner route. Again, if they are running a specific corner route that you notice is getting over that cloud flat, you always do have the ability to set your zone drops here in your coaching adjustments. Just go down and set your flats to 25 or 30 there. Now, the last way we're going to talk about defending this flood concept is going to be with match coverage. And you can do either quarters or palms. You could actually do cover 6 as well, but it's going to play what's called a box coverage. Now, we're not going to go into a lot of detail on the coverage itself, but I will show you how it will defend these flood concepts, and this will work short side or wide side. It doesn't really matter. But what you're going to see here is, again, if they're running this concept to the right side of the field with the streak, the corner, and the flat, all we have to do is run this cover 4 quarters or palms to that side, and they're going to take care of it for us. Okay, that outside corner is going to take that corner route, and he's going to do a very good job at it. You do not have to have baseline, you don't have to press, don't have to do anything, just come out in normal default alignment and you're going to be perfectly fine. But when they go to throw this, what you're going to see is that corner is going to make a play, or he is going to play perfectly there on that. Again, you want to click on, I'm doing this with 2 controllers right now, so it's a little bit tough to click on and make that pick. But what you're going to see here is they do a good job passing off the streak in the corner. Whichever one of these guys breaks to the outside, the corner is going to take. So you can see here that the inside guy is breaking to the outside, so the corner is waiting for him. You can see he's in perfect position, and he's going to cover that every single time. And then our safety does a good job of staying over the top on the streak. And then obviously our quarter flat here is going to take the tight end to the flat. So you can see these 4 guys here do a great job at defending this flood concept here to the right side of the screen. This guy is here to take away that quick seam throw, and then the rest of the guys are going to match with those receivers perfectly. So again, you can use any of these 3 concepts to stop flood. And again, just depends on where you're at on the field, whether it's short side or wide side, when it comes to those first 2 that we talked about. Our next question today comes from I Love Justin Fields, and they ask, what's the best way to beat man 3 deep at the end of a half? So if you need a big play at the end of the half and you know your opponent is coming out in this man 3 deep, there is one concept that can work fairly consistently to either get you in field goal range or get you that possible touchdown. Now you can really do it out of any 2x2 spread set. I'm going to show you a specific play here out of the stack Y flex that I love to go to in this situation, and it is part of our Giants offensive game plan over at HuddleGG if you want to check that out. But the play is fade out here, and again, the concept that we're running can be duplicated in other formations as well. Now what we want to do with this is we essentially want to have 2 posts and 2 comebacks. Okay, so your outside guys, you want to put them on comebacks, and you want your 2 inside guys on posts. Now, we already have the A on a stock post in this play, and I like it because it does a little bit better job at beating man coverage than a normal hot routed post. But again, hot routed posts can still work. What we want to do though is we want these posts to be at different depths. Okay, so we're going to custom stem up the Y twice on the D-pad and the A once. So it's going to look like this with our 2 posts, where you can see that they are running posts at different depths now, which is going to just give us different areas of the field to attack. Now, we are going to block the running back to give us some extra protection here. And what you're doing from this point is really just reading the A and the Y. If one of them pops open, we're going to throw it over the top. Now, in this defense, those 2 outside deep blues are going to bite down on the comebacks, so you don't have to worry about them, which is why this play works so effectively. So when we go to say hike, what you're going to see here is we're just going to buy time in the pocket, wait for these guys to open up, and you can see there we're able to hit that tight end on that one over the top. Now again, you're not going to always be able to score a touchdown because it is man coverage. There is still going to be a guy in the area. It's not like a zone beater where you can have a guy running free, but you can see if this guy does beat his man, again, this outside deep zone is going to bite down on the comeback, which opens up both of these guys. So again, if you get a rub route here, at times you will see, this is one reason why we run them at different depths as well. You can see at times this guy will bump into that corner, which could open up this receiver as well over the top. But you can see here, obviously we have more separation with our tight end, so we will just throw this to the left side. Now if you just need a field goal, rat catch that, get out of bounds. If you do need to get that touchdown, again, try to turn it up the field and get that. Again, it's not a guaranteed touchdown. It's man coverage, so again, it's just depending on how bad your guy beats him, and if you can beat that guy to the end zone. But if we set this up again, you're going to see this is what it will look like. 2 outside guys on comebacks, 2 inside guys on posts at different depths. When we go to say hike, you're going to see that we are just going to wait. We're going to try to throw this over the top, and again, if we just need that field goal, we can possession catch that, get ourselves out of bounds, and get ourselves in a good position to, again, either take a shot at the end zone at that point or get that field goal that we need. Our next question comes from Aaron McGuire, and they ask, what's the best way to get pressure only sending your front 4? So we're going to talk about how we've been attacking with our front 4 a few years here at Huddle, and we can actually utilize an ability in a unorthodox way, I guess you can say, and something that not a lot of people think of. And again, something that we've been doing here for a couple of years now, and it's out of the 3-3 odd formation, and we want to have the outside linebacker sub package in. Okay, now with the outside linebacker sub package in, it makes this guy right here, 55, an outside linebacker, so it makes this 38 and 99 to be considered as our defensive ends. Okay, so what we're going to do is we can come out in any play that has this stock 4-man rush. Cover 3 cloud is one of my favorites, and what you're going to see here is even though this guy is showing that he's on the line essentially and blitzing off the edge, this is actually going to be our edge rusher here because of the formation that we have. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to just shift our line to the left, and our goal is to try to get this guy to attack the guard. Okay, so again, the defensive end that's on the outside linebacker side, our goal is to get him to attack the guard. Now, we do have edge threat and double or nothing on this player, which is going to make this even more effective. Okay, if you're not using abilities, it's going to be hard to get consistent pressure with only sending your front four. You still can get some using this method, but again, obviously having those abilities is going to be more effective for us. Now you can also put an edge threat and double or nothing here to the left side of the screen as well, and rush from the edge and have two people who can really get pressure. Now this guy right here, our goal is for him to just eat this double team up with the center and the left guard. Okay, so what you're going to see here is when we go, let me reset this defensive lineman. Again, in practice mode, they get their alignment messed up at times. But when we go to run this, again, you're going to see we're just doing a normal pass play. But if we pay attention to this guy right here, he is going to have a good chance to win one-on-one with that right guard. So if they say hike, you're going to see that he is going to win immediately, and we're going to be able to get that nice pressure. Now, in general, we're going to be able to get good pressure as well across the board just because of the angles that we're creating. But you can see here how we're able to really dominate this guard. Now, I will say if he has something like secure protector or pass protector here on this guard, you're most of the time not going to win immediately, but you still can win after the initial pass rush move. But I want you to see this guy out here as well, how he's able to get a nice angle to the inside just because of his pass rush angle. And even if we didn't get this immediate win here from this guy on the right guard, we're still able to get a nice win here on the left side of the field as well. And again, this guy doing his job, eating the double team to create our 3 one-on-ones across the board. So again, one more time, we are just going to shift our line away from this outside linebacker in 3-3 odd, and you're going to see that again, we're able to create this look where we're having this guy eat the double team with the other 3 getting one-on-ones. When they go to say hike, you're going to see that we're able to get that immediate win there again right on that right guard and get that easy pressure there on the quarterback. Now, I do want to say you can do this out of other formations as well. It's not like 3-3 odd is the only formation you can do this out of. I don't have the time obviously in this video to go over all of those options. So if you don't want to run 3-3 odd, just experiment a little bit with what you're doing there in your formations. I know Colt 45 did a video, I believe, out of nickel where the 4 defensive ends package, you could do something similar to this against the guards. Again, you'd have to check out that video for that information. But again, in 3-3 odd, I think this is one of, if not the best defenses in the entire game, because we can send different blitzes that we talk about over at HuddleGG, but we also have the ability to send these stock 4-man pass rushes to get pressure on the quarterback as well. Our last question today comes from TerQ, and if I mispronounce your name, I do apologize, but they asked who wins the hit stick encounter between tank and enforcer. Now, I'm not going to show you this in practice mode because with 2 controllers, it would be a little bit difficult to control both the running back and the linebacker trying to hit him. But we did actually test this over at Huddle last week, myself and AntCap, to see who does win in these situations. So we have a couple of clips here to show you that. So again, these first 2 clips are going to be enforcer versus tank. So again, this linebacker that we're highlighting here does have enforcer, and our running back has tank. Now, when we go to run this first clip, what you're going to see is, again, we're just going to throw a little swing pass out to the outside, and you're going to see that first hit stick attempt there from the linebacker does land. So enforcer does win on that particular rep. And if we go to run this again, you can see that linebacker. This is a separate clip. This is not the same one that you just saw. You can see that here we're actually able to force a fumble and get a hit stick with that linebacker. So again, after our testing, we found that enforcer actually will land this hit stick on a tank player time and time again, and it's very, very consistent. So enforcer and enforcer supreme do a good job at hit sticking a running back who has tank. Now, enforcer supreme is going to be a little bit of added bonus because you will tire out that running back even quicker, and it will be harder for him to regain his stamina throughout the game. Now, the last one I do want to mention is we did test avalanche versus tank as well, and we actually have a couple of these clips as well. So if I show you here, what you're going to see is this right here. The linebacker who is highlighted again or lit up here has avalanche, and what you're going to see is we do not get our forced fumble here or a clean hit stick on either of these reps here. And we ran this multiple times, but we just highlighted it here. But you can see that we're not getting any clean hit stick, and you do not force fumbles with tank. So again, if you are looking to hit stick a running back who has the tank ability, you're either going to want to use enforcer or enforcer supreme. And if you guys are looking to get even better at Madden, make sure to join our free Discord by going to HuddleGG/Discord. Have a great day.